Imagine this moment. You understand English. You read it, you listen to it, but when it is your turn to speak, everything stops. Your mind becomes slow. Words disappear. Confidence drops. This is not because your English is weak. It is because your thinking process is wrong. Most learners do one thing again and again. They think in their own language first, then change it into English, and only then they try to speak. This feels normal, but it creates delay, stress, and confusion. Now here is the key idea that can change everything. Fluent speakers do not translate, they think directly in English. And in this lesson, you will learn how to train your brain to do the same, step by step, in a simple and practical way. Let's begin with the most important shift. The first step is to stop translating and start thinking in English. When you translate, your brain follows a long path. First, you create the idea in your own language, then you search for English words, then you check if it sounds correct. After that, you finally speak. This process takes time. That is why you hesitate. That is why you feel nervous. That is why your speech breaks. Now compare this with fluent speakers. They do not go through all these steps. Their thoughts come out in English naturally. Their brain works faster because it is not switching between languages. Your goal is not only to learn English words. Your real goal is to train your mind to think in English from the start. But how do you do that? You begin small. Do not try to build long sentences. Start with very simple thoughts. Look around you and name what you see. I see a chair. This is my phone. The door is open. These short sentences may feel basic, but they are powerful. They teach your brain to connect objects directly with English words. Next, talk to yourself. Yes, even when you are alone. Describe your actions during the day. I am drinking water. I am opening the door. I am walking to the kitchen. This habit slowly changes your thinking pattern. You are no longer translating. You are thinking in English in real time. Do not worry about grammar in the beginning. Your sentences may not be perfect, and that is completely fine. Right now, your focus is speed of thinking, not accuracy. Fluency grows first. Accuracy improves later. Also, keep your vocabulary simple. You do not need difficult words to build this habit. Use the words you already know. The goal is to think quickly, not to sound impressive. And remember one thing clearly. This change does not happen in one day. Practice every day, even for a short time. 10 minutes is enough if you are consistent. After some days, you will notice something interesting. Your thoughts will start coming faster. You will pause less. You will feel more comfortable speaking. This is real progress. Now, there is one common mistake you must avoid. Do not try to translate every sentence perfectly. That habit will slow you down again. Instead, keep your ideas simple and express them simply. Here's a small exercise you can try today. Right now, look around your room and say 5 sentences in English. Later, describe your day step by step using simple words. If you continue this daily, your brain will slowly stop depending on translation. And the moment you start thinking in English, your fluency truly begins. But thinking is only the first part. Now you need to train your mouth to speak what your mind is creating. Many learners understand English in their head, but when they try to speak, they struggle. This happens because speaking is not only mental, it's also physical. Your lips, your tongue, your voice, all of them need practice. So the next step is simple.
Start speaking, and start very small. I am ready. I feel good. I like this.
I don't understand. These short sentences are enough. They help your mouth get used to English sounds. Use English in your daily routine. Say what you are doing as you do it. I am waking up. I am brushing my teeth. I am going outside. This turns English into a habit, not just something you study. Repeat the same sentences again and again. Do not always chase new words. Repetition builds speed. Over time, your mouth will begin to speak without effort. And one more important thing. Do not wait for perfect sentences. If you wait for perfection, you will stay silent. Speak what you can, even if it is simple, even if it is not fully correct, because speaking improves speaking. A powerful technique you can use is mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself. Hello, I am practicing English today. I want to speak better. I am improving. This builds both speaking skill and confidence. Also, always speak out loud. Thinking is not enough. Your voice must come out. Real speaking needs sound. You can even create small conversations by yourself. Where are you going? I am going to the market. Practice both questions and answers. This prepares you for real situations. At first, your speech may be slow. That is normal. Do not rush. Speed will come with time and practice. But if you stay silent, improvement will not happen. So here's a simple challenge for today. Choose 10 easy sentences. Speak them 5 to 10 times and then try to use them during your day. If you keep doing this, your speaking will start to feel natural. Because the more you speak, the easier it becomes. And this is where your real transformation begins. Now, let's move to the next level. You have started thinking in English. You are speaking simple sentences. That is strong progress. But now you need to bring English into your real life. Because true fluency does not grow only during study time, it grows during your daily life. Many learners only practice English when they open a book or watch a lesson, but once the lesson ends, they return to their native language. Because of this, their brain never fully adapts. To improve faster, you must change this habit. English should not stay only in your study time. It should become part of your day. From morning to night, use English in small moments. When you wake up, think, I am waking up. I need to brush my teeth. During the day, I am working now. I need to finish this task. In the evening, I feel tired. I want to rest. At night, today was a good day. I learned something new. These are simple thoughts, but they train your brain deeply. You begin to connect English with real actions, not just with lessons. And this is why daily situations are so powerful. When you use English in real life, your brain remembers faster. You do not need to search for words. They come naturally because they're linked to your daily experience. Another useful habit is describing your surroundings. Wherever you are, look around and say what you see. There is a man walking. The weather is hot. I see a car on the road. This improves both your thinking and your observation. You're training your brain to produce English in the present moment. You can also ask yourself questions. What am I doing? I am studying English. What will I do next? I will go outside. This creates a natural thinking flow, similar to real conversation. At this stage, try to reduce translation even more. Do not go back to your native language. Even if your English is slow or simple, stay in English. If you are not busy, you can still practice using your imagination. Imagine you are in a shop. I want to buy this. Imagine you are meeting a friend. How are you? This prepares your brain for real-life situations. The key idea is simple. Make English a habit. Just like you eat every day, just like you walk every day, think in English every day. Do not say, I will practice later. Later often never comes. Use the moment you are in right now. Here is a simple exercise. For the next 1 hour, try to think everything in English, even small thoughts. Then slowly increase your time, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then more. Step by step, your brain will adjust. If English stays only in your books, you will forget it. But if English becomes part of your life, you will master it. Now, let's talk about another important problem. Many learners try to speak by building sentences word by word. This makes speaking slow and difficult. They learn one word, then another, and when they speak, they try to connect those words. This takes time, and often they stop or forget. But fluent speakers do not think like this. They think in groups of words. Instead of single words, they use ready-made phrases. For example, not just go, but go to the market. Not just eat, but eat something. These word groups are called phrases, and they are very powerful. When you use phrases, your speech becomes faster and smoother. You do not need to build every sentence from zero. Your brain uses patterns that it already knows. Let's look at a simple example. Word-by-word thinking. I go market now. Phrase-based thinking. I am going to the market now. The second one sounds natural and clear because it follows a complete pattern. So how can you use this in your learning? Start collecting simple phrases that are useful in daily life. I am getting ready. I don't feel good. I will do it later. I am thinking about it. These are common expressions. Practice them every day. And repetition is very important. Do not just read them once, speak them many times. Your brain needs repetition to make them automatic. Then use these phrases in real situations. When you feel tired, say, I am feeling tired. When you delay something, I will do it later. Now your brain connects phrases with real meaning. You can also create your own phrase list. Write 10 to 15 useful phrases and practice them daily. Slowly add new ones over time. Another powerful method is listening and copying. When you hear English, do not focus only on single words. Listen to full phrases. Repeat them. Copy the way they are spoken. This will make your English sound more natural. Also, do not try to create every sentence from zero. That habit is slow and stressful. Use ready phrases. They save time and increase speed. And avoid one mistake. Do not start with difficult or advanced words. Focus on simple, useful phrases first. These are the ones you will use every day. Here is a small practice for today. Learn 5 simple phrases. Speak each one 10 times. Then try to use them during your day. Tomorrow, add 5 more. Slowly, your speaking will become smooth and natural. Because when you stop thinking word by word and start thinking in phrases, your English begins to flow. Now we come to one of the most powerful habits in your journey. This is the step that turns English from something inside your mind into something real and alive. Speak out loud every day. Not silently, not only in your thoughts, you must open your mouth and produce sound. Many learners believe they are practicing because they read, listen, or think in English. These are helpful, but they are not enough. If your goal is to speak, then you must practice speaking.
Here is something important to understand. When you think in your mind, everything feels easy. Your sentences feel correct, your ideas feel clear, you feel confident. But when you try to say the same thing out loud, suddenly you hesitate, you forget words, your pronunciation feels weak. Why does this happen? Because thinking and speaking are two different skills. Your brain may understand English, but your mouth is not trained yet. That is why daily speaking practice is necessary. When you speak out loud regularly, your mouth becomes faster, your tongue becomes more flexible, your pronunciation improves, and slowly your confidence grows. Speaking starts to feel natural instead of uncomfortable. Now, let's look at a common problem. Many learners spend a lot of time learning silently. They watch lessons, read books, memorize vocabulary, but they do not speak enough. Then, one day, they try to talk to someone and realize something surprising. They understand more than they can say. This is very common. Their English is stuck inside their head. It has not become a real speaking habit. To fix this, you must start speaking out loud, even if you are alone. Do not wait for a partner. Many people say, "I will practice when I find someone," but this only delays progress. You can practice by yourself at home. In fact, this is one of the best ways to improve. When you are alone, there is no pressure. You can speak slowly, you can repeat sentences many times, you can make mistakes freely. This creates strong learning. Now, let's make it practical. Turn your daily activities into speaking practice. When you wake up, say, "I am waking up now. I need to wash my face." When you are making tea, "I am making tea. I feel a little tired." When you are working, "I have some work to do. I will finish this soon." These sentences are simple, but they connect English to real life, and that is exactly how fluency grows. Another powerful method is describing what you see. Look around and speak. The room is quiet. There is a chair near the table. My phone is on the bed. This helps your brain produce English in real time. You are not memorizing, you are creating language. You can also talk about your feelings. "I feel happy today." "I am a little nervous." "I feel tired, but I want to practice." When you speak about your feelings, your English becomes more personal and natural. You can even talk about your plans. "Today, I will practice for 20 minutes. Tomorrow, I want to speak better. This week, I will improve my pronunciation." Now, your brain starts using English for both present and future thoughts. Let's talk about repetition. When you say a sentence many times, something important happens.
At first, it feels difficult. Then it becomes easier. Then it feels natural. Finally, it becomes automatic. This is how fluency is built, not in one day, but through repeated practice. For example, if you say, "I am getting ready for the day," again and again on different days, your mouth learns the movement, and your brain remembers the pattern. This builds confidence. Now, many learners are afraid of mistakes. They think, "What if I say it wrong?" But here is the truth. Mistakes are not the problem. Silence is the problem. If you stay silent, your English will not grow. If you speak and make mistakes, you improve. Every mistake teaches you something. Every sentence makes you stronger. So do not wait to be perfect. Speak now and improve as you go. Also, do not worry about speaking fast. In the beginning, speak slowly and clearly. Control your words. Let your brain and mouth work together. Speed will come later. A great technique you can use is mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and speak. "Hello, I am practicing English. I am getting better every day. I am not perfect, but I am improving." This helps you see yourself speaking, which builds confidence and comfort. Another important habit is setting a fixed time. Do not practice only when you feel motivated.
Choose a daily time, morning, afternoon, or night. Even 10 to 15 minutes every day is enough if you stay consistent. Daily practice is much more powerful than long practice once in a while. Now, what will happen if you follow this? After some time, you will notice clear changes. Your words will come faster. Your sentences will feel easier. Your fear will become smaller. Your confidence will grow. You may still make mistakes, but you will not freeze anymore. That's real improvement. Here's a simple exercise you can try today. Choose one activity, making tea, cleaning your room, or getting dressed. For 5 minutes, speak in English while doing it. Say whatever you can. Keep it simple. Do not stop too much. Then repeat this tomorrow and the next day. This small habit can completely change your speaking ability. If you only think in English, your fluency stays limited. But when you speak out loud every day, your English becomes real. Give your English a voice. Give it sound. Give it life. Because the learner who speaks daily becomes the learner who speaks naturally. Now we reach the final stage where everything starts to come together. You are thinking in English, you are speaking daily, you are using English in real life. That's powerful. But to grow even faster, your brain needs one more thing. It needs strong input. In simple words, you must listen to good English. Here's the truth. You cannot speak better English if you don't hear better English. Your brain learns language by hearing patterns again and again. This is how you learned your first language. First you listened, then you started speaking. The same process works here. When you listen to real English, you learn how sentences are formed. You understand natural pronunciation. You notice how words connect. You hear the rhythm of real speech. This builds a strong base inside your mind. But there's one important point. Do not listen passively. Many learners hear English, but they don't improve. Why? Because they are not paying attention. Active listening is different. When you listen actively, you focus. You try to understand. You notice how sentences are spoken. And most importantly, you copy. Yes, copy what you hear. Listen to a short sentence, pause, then repeat it in the same way. Try to match the sound, the rhythm, and the feeling. This method is called shadowing, and it is very effective. At first, it may feel difficult. That's normal. But with practice, your pronunciation and fluency will improve. Also, choose simple content in the beginning. Do not start with very fast or difficult English. If it's too hard, you will feel frustrated. Start easy, then slowly increase the level. And remember, one time is not enough. Listen to the same audio again and again. First time, just understand the meaning. Second time, notice the words. Third time, repeat and copy. Repetition builds familiarity, and familiarity builds fluency. Before your mouth becomes strong, your ears must become strong. If you cannot hear clearly, you cannot speak clearly. So, train your listening every day, even for a short time. Use your free moments. While walking, resting, or traveling, listen to English. Make it part of your life. One mistake to avoid: do not depend too much on subtitles. Try to listen first. Only check if you really need help. Here's a simple exercise. Choose a short audio, listen carefully, repeat each sentence 3 to 5 times. Focus on sound, not just meaning. Do this daily, and your speaking will improve naturally. Now, the final skill you need is real conversation. Speaking alone is helpful, but real communication is different. In real life, someone asks you something and you must answer quickly. Many learners can speak alone, but when someone talks to them, they freeze. Why? Because they never practiced responding. Real conversation means two things: understanding fast and answering fast. Your brain must learn both. So, start with simple questions. What are you doing? Where are you going? How are you feeling? Then answer. I am studying. I am going outside. I feel good. Practice this again and again. Even if you don't have a partner, you can practice by yourself. Ask yourself questions and answer them. What did I do today? I studied English. What will I do tomorrow? I will practice again. This builds your response habit. You can also imagine real situations. You are meeting someone. Hello, how are you? You are in a shop. I want to buy this. This prepares your brain for real interaction. And here's something very important. Do not translate when you respond. Stay in English, even if your answer is simple. Do not try to make long, perfect sentences. That will slow you down. Short and clear answers are better. I am learning English. That's enough. Over time, your speed will increase. Your brain will start responding automatically. If possible, speak with real people. Even short conversations can help you a lot. And do not stay silent. If you don't know the perfect answer, still say something. Because silence breaks confidence, but speaking builds it. Here's your final practice. Ask yourself 5 questions today. Answer them out loud in English. Do this every day. Slowly, your responses will become faster and more natural. And this is the final truth. Fluency is not only about speaking, it's about responding. The person who can respond quickly sounds fluent. So, train your brain, keep your answers simple, practice every day. Because when you think in English, speak daily, listen actively, and respond naturally, English stops being a subject. It becomes part of who you are.